Well, all right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. Now, I want to see if I can get this right. Okay, I really, truly do. I want to see if I can get this right. Congress is up against it again. National debt ceiling. We're already $30 trillion in debt. Joe Biden, the laughingstock president of the history of mankind, gets up on camera, and I'm going to see if I can apply these same principles. Let's see if you and I can apply these same principles, okay? He gets up on camera and he reads from a teleprompter and he tells everyone that Congress must raise the national debt ceiling. Then he goes on blaming Donald Trump for all the debt that they've raised and all the spending, that they've done, and previous administrations before him, as if he's the champion of everything. You know, the president that won't take any responsibility for nothing, but yet he'll throw a lieutenant colonel who's expressing his opinion in jail and allow that to happen simply because he's calling the chain of command to task. Of course, I understand there's a difference between UCMJ and that's the Uniform Code of Military Justice. Military justice ain't justice like here. Matter of fact, there ain't no justice in America. Let's just go ahead and just get it right. You go inside those courts, you're going to get raped. That's all there's to it. So he gets on there and he starts telling the American people that Congress is all jacked up because they won't, and they're no knuckle dragging because they won't raise the debt. So let me get this right. And he says that in order for us to keep the federal government open, in order for us to pay the military, in order for us to pay healthcare workers, in order for us to pay all these different government entities, we've got to raise the debt ceiling. Now, mind you, that's on top of a $3.5 trillion infrastructure and plus another $2 trillion. And that's the only way we can get it done. And if I said the one said 1,000 times over the years, that anyone who gets in office they don't have the stomach to balance the budget. They continue to keep kicking the can down the road, and that's the only answer. So, he says the only way, matter of fact, he didn't say this, I'm going to tell you this. We as America have never defaulted on our debt, but our credit rating is in jeopardy. If we don't, this is what's going to happen if we don't increase the national debt, then we won't be able to pay our bills. You think about this for a second. So you take a credit card, all right? Let's say you take a credit card, okay? And you owe, let's say you have a $10,000 limit on this and you owe $10,000. Can we call up the credit company and tell them, you know what, you need to raise our credit limit to $20,000, and not only that, you need to give me $10,000 more so that I can pay you? Can we do that? What would happen if the American people did the same thing as the government is doing? What would happen? What you tell me what would happen? Can we go to the bank, tell them we need to borrow $20,000 in order to pay off in order to pay the interest on our credit cards, and continue to keep doing this for years and years and years to come because we don't have any money to be able to pay the bill. So we've got to go to the Federal Reserve, which is a third-party entity, and borrow money from them in order just to pay the interest, not to pay the debt at all. And all you're asking for is just to pay the interest on the debt, not to pay the debt at all. Do you think that they would give us this opportunity and allow us to continue to keep kicking the can down the road for generations to come? I'm just asking. I already know the answer to it. You know the answer to it as well. We're in some serious trouble in this country. Some extremely serious trouble. Here's advice. I never make videos like this without giving you advice. Stop buying stuff on credit. If you cannot pay the bill off that month, don't buy it on credit, because you don't need to continue to try to help this sinking machine, nor you don't need to put yourself in jeopardy for them to come in and seize and take your assets, because that's what they will do. I mean, the law is for you and I, but it's not for them. Start saving your money. Buy food. Buy long-term storage food. Get out of the cities. Work as much as you can possible to get out of debt. Learn how to live a quiet and peaceful life, because you would not believe how much life changes when you don't have the demon of debt glooming and hovering over your head.